Hey everybody, Graham here. Things got a little nutty over the weekend. So, Tim Pool has blocked the quartering on all social media. And this is weird because those two guys apparently had, a relationship. They were I don't know if friends is the right word, but I know they've worked together. Jeremy says he's done stuff for Tim behind the scenes, and says he looks to Tim as an inspiration for building his business and stuff like that. But Tim seems to be taking the side of Eliza Blue. We don't know this for sure because I don't think he's said anything about it. He did have a reporter out with her for a few days, and I suppose we'll find out some stuff when that report drops, but who knows? The head of trust and safety at Twitter, Ella Irwin, is saying that she can't comment too much because it's an ongoing legal case. And that's got me wondering. So I've got two theories here. And they're not, I don't think, necessarily mutually exclusive, but theory number one is that Eliza's complaint is legit. That there was something not right in the production of that video, and she's looking to have that video and all of the images associated with it taken down and memory hold, basically, but for legit reasons, because it was produced under duress or something along those lines. But if that's true, and if she has sued Twitter, then Twitter may be in a bind. They may not be able to talk about some stuff. They may, they may need to go hard on certain users who talk about it because of liability that they might incur. The second theory is that, so Brittany Venti went and found this video. As far as I know, she was the first one to bring it to anyone's attention. Eliza Blue got embarrassed, and from the way all of this happened so quickly and so thoroughly, I'm thinking that perhaps she hired a reputation management service or something like that to sort of go through and clean up her past. My gut feeling is that it's more the latter than the former, that she's just embarrassed about this video. It's her being, acting very sexy in a way that she probably figures makes her less effective as an advocate for victims, if that is indeed what she really is and not just someone who's grifting off that cause. But, let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Now, personally, I don't think that just because you're advocating against a sex crime means that you have to completely desexualize yourself, right? I think it's okay for women who are pursuing legal avenues against abusers to still have, a sexual part of themselves. That's normal. It's normal for people to have that, and I don't think they have to suppress it and wear boxy suits and flat makeup and all that kind of stuff just to not look sexy or whatever. I don't think it takes away from her role as an advocate if she did some sexy videos a few years ago. But it's possible that she feels that way. And it's possible that other people feel that way and have said that. What I'm more concerned about are the inconsistencies in her story that have come out over the past couple of weeks, which suggests that she hasn't been completely honest. And if that's the case, and then she's hiring some kind of reputation management service to scrub all evidence of the fact that she lied about certain aspects of her past, then that would be a different story. But my suspicion is that Twitter can't talk about it because of legal stuff. Tim Pool won't talk about it because he's got an interest in having continuing access to Eliza. And I can't really think of any other things that might explain what's going on. I find the whole thing just extremely weird. I have watched both The Quartering and Tim Pool. I don't feel the need to choose, and I just watched a video by The Quartering saying that he doesn't want people to feel like they have to choose. I'm really curious to see what Tim is going to do, because of all the people in this space, as far as I know, he's the only one who's actually met her in person. And I'm super curious to know where his head is at in all of this. It's tempting and easy to make this all about YouTube drama, but it's not really just drama. It's the fact that there's something going on behind the scenes at Twitter that we don't know about. And because we don't know about it, it's undermining the goodwill that we had for Elon when he took over Twitter. For a while there, it was looking like there was a lot more transparency and information about how decisions are made there. We had the Twitter files, and that was all Elon approved. And now all of a sudden, we have this action where people are being silenced and Twitter won't say anything about it. And they're claiming it's for legal reasons, which may be true, but it's not helping them with their trust issue. And the fact is that since Elon bought Twitter, he's generated a lot of goodwill with people and a lot of hope that Twitter is going to be different. And now that this is happening, a lot of people, I would say most notably that umbrella guy, Tug, are saying this is a real case of, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. And watching it, it's hard to disagree with that. I don't want to disagree with that. I am an admirer of Elon. And as I've said several times now, I know that he's not going to do, that I'm not going to agree with everything that he's going to do. And there are going to be times when I think he's just flat wrong. But no one on this planet can be said to have done as much for people generally as Elon Musk. I mean, you're talking about a guy who made electric cars viable in the marketplace, made them respectable. Before, when you had an electric car, it was sort of like, Ed Begley in one of his little jalopy things. And now you've got Teslas that are sleek and fast, and all the other companies are imitating the Tesla and bringing out their own sleek and fast electric vehicles, and that's because of Elon. Elon is bringing internet to parts of the world that don't have it. If you don't have, cable in your area that can bring you internet, you can get Starlink, and you can do it that way. The guy is, on the whole, a friend to humanity. And I admire that about him. But this does not look good, and this is making him look like he's just another one of those guys who's going to play ball with the people who want to promote narratives and want to make us think in a particular way. And I don't think he is that kind of person, but it's sure looking that way. And I think there's a big blind spot here. Now, I don't know if it's because of legal stuff. I don't know if it's because Elon's got the hots for her. I mean, there are rumors that there was a relationship there. We know Elon likes some hot and crazy. I just don't know. And all of this is just making me feel bad about Twitter as a platform. And to some extent, YouTube as well, because YouTube seems to be going along with this too. Now, I have another thing that I think could be going on here. And I don't know if this is sort of particular to Twitter, YouTube, Elon, whatever, or if this is something that's going on society-wide and is going to be pushed. But here's the theory, and you can let me know what you think about this if you want to. But the theory is, so for a good while now, the excuse they've been using to direct the narrative on social media is misinformation, right? They're protecting you from misinformation. So all that stuff about, say, a certain president's son's electronic devices or things of that nature, or things related to illnesses and their prevention, all of that, when dissenting voices popped up, they were silenced in the name of protecting you from misinformation. Now it's turned out that a lot of that misinformation turned out to not be information after all. It's fact. We know that those devices belonged to that person. We know that stuff around recent illnesses is not on the up and up. All that stuff has been documented. And so misinformation is not really an effective excuse anymore. So now I think the big excuse is going to be privacy. Project Veritas did a video where they tracked down the head of YouTube Trust and Safety on the street, and they tried to do an old school 60 Minutes style ambush interview. The guy didn't say anything, which I think was smart of him. A lot of people criticized me for saying that on Twitter, but I don't think saying anything would have made the situation any better for him. But they ended up getting that taken down because of privacy. Now, my understanding is that if you're outside, if you're on the street, you don't have any expectation of privacy. If I'm not mistaken, there was a Supreme Court case about that I can go out and photograph anyone on the street. I can record the voices of anyone on the street. That's not a breach of privacy. But YouTube is acting like it is. And so I'm starting to think that maybe privacy is going to be the next thing that's going to be used to direct narratives. So, for example, with a certain president's son's electronic device, they may say, we can't let you talk about that because we've had a privacy complaint. And if these privacy complaints have to remain private, in other words, if YouTube is going to shut down the quartering but not really tell them why, or something like that, then suddenly you have this thing where it's not just that we're telling you can't talk about this, but we're not telling you why we can't talk about this, and we're not telling you why we can't tell you why. So I'm a little worried about that, but we'll see how that develops. I certainly expect that some of this is going to come to a head maybe this week. I don't know. Hopefully this week. I saw a Tug video where he thinks that lawsuits are being threatened. I kind of tend to doubt that. I can't imagine. I mean, I can imagine they're being threatened, but I can't imagine that Eliza would follow through on it, because if she does, then she's opening herself up to discovery, and that seems to be exactly what she doesn't want. So, I don't really know what to think about this, but I am definitely going to be watching it like a hawk. And, if anything interesting happens, I'll be sure to let you know about it. And until then, I will talk to you later. Hope you're doing great. Graham out. Bye.